I believe 16 of 30 days of live seshing with me, Michelle Crawford, I'm a certified cannabis health coach and an educator and a wife and a mom and a DIY teacher. And I also am a designer and an entrepreneur of a cannabis advocacy apparel brand called Rep Your State of Mind. And this is one of my hats. I encourage you to go check out repyourstateofmind.com and get your advocacy apparel gear right now, because you need it. If you think that cannabis lifestyles are healthy, if you believe that it should be legal all over America as well as the world for people to grow a plant that medically helps them and to make their own medicines from it, and to have that should be a non-criminal activity, get with me. Wear this stuff. Tell people what you think. Rep your state of mind, because if it's my state of mind, then this is what you need. All right, so I'm really thrilled that you're here because going live and talking is a hefty job. So let's sesh first. I have my jar of joints that I rolled for this purpose. And I don't know if you noticed, but we are in a different location today. Today I decided it is beautiful outside. We've had nothing but rain for days. And I needed some fresh air. When I saw how sunny and gorgeous it was on the way to the basement, I was like, oh, forget that. We are not going to the basement. I'm so picky. I'm just so picky. I'm picking through my joints, like, pick a beautiful one. This one has like a bunch of material coming out the front, but it's beautiful. Look, this one's really nice. We got pink Blazy Susan papers. I rolled these with a rolling machine. They're a little tight. We've got organic tips, wooden, and I got a little candle here to help me get my joint lit. How's everyone today? Hope you're all well. And today's topic is radical self-acceptance. I shouldn't laugh. I'm so excited to share with you that today we'll be talking about radical self-acceptance. And why are we talking about this? Because it's vital to your journey. What journey am I talking about? You could be talking about your life journey. I could be talking about your cannabis journey. I could be talking about your spiritual journey. I could be talking about your entrepreneurial journey. Oh, it's tight. I'm going to share with you a book that I really like on this. And I'm going to share with you a story about how I am embracing self-acceptance in my own life and trying to live as an example of someone who does that for others as well. And then I'm going to talk to you about a little event that, if you caught my live with my Canna bestie Kirsty yesterday, then maybe you'll have noticed that we talked a lot about a retreat that's coming up in the Catskills. So at the end of today's sesh, I'll go over my role in that. I will be facilitating that retreat as a spiritual leader. I will be doing the opening ceremony and being on the panel. And of course, I will be participating in the retreat as an attendee. And I will be in the barn where we are seshing. I will be seshing in the barn. So if you, like I said before, are an East Coast homie, one of my girlfriends out there, I'm looking at you, Renee Leonard. I'm looking at you, Michelle. I'm looking at you, JJ. I know most of you are already planning to go, but if you aren't, and this is news to you, there are day passes available if you're in the Catskills area and you want to see. This is 420 weekend, and we are doing a lot of yoga, meditation, yoga nidra, cannabis education, DIY with cannabis education, getting lit together, transforming together, holding intention for each other, and helping each other on our journeys. This is the book I wanted to share with you. It's called You Were Born for This: Astrology for Radical Self-Acceptance by Chani Nichols. Chani Nichols is also very famous for having the Chani app, which is a very popular astrology app that I also have. If you go ahead and get her app, then you will be treated to your natal chart. You need to know what day you were born, where, and what the hour was to get an accurate natal chart created. And if you don't know any of that information, it can be harder, but it still can be done. I was just in a meeting at Weekend with Christine. I think her last name is Jones. I hope I'm not wrong. And she's a 4th generation astrologer who gave us a presentation on how she helps other people in their entrepreneurial journeys to get to know themselves better and to brand themselves using their natal chart and their own personal astrology. And if you are at all in the world right now, you know astrology is taking off as a topic, as a lifestyle, as a hobby, as an interest, and as a spiritual journey. So this book, I bought this at the airport. You guys ever buy books at the airport? And I read it. It's a quick read. It helps you understand how to understand your natal chart and to understand what your signs are. I'll share with you my signs. I am a Leo rising, and we are Leo new moon in Aries today and tomorrow and right now in our time frame. Hope I'm not dating this live stream. I'm a Libra sun sign and a Capricorn moon. Before getting this book, talking about rising and moon signs was not something I ever did. I didn't really even know much about the influence of the rising and the moon signs in your astrology chart. I was kind of like, yeah, I'm a Libra. And I didn't even realize that's called my sun sign. So I'm just coming to you from a complete place of ignorance around astrology. And, I might have even included a little bit of like my Chinese birth year. Like I'm a rabbit, you're the rabbit, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Well, the importance of radical self-acceptance. This book will help you, accept yourself from an astrological standpoint. And astrology is super good at that. That lady shared with us that people tend to just really not fight it too much when they are hearing about their natal charts and understanding what maybe having a moon in Capricorn means, or having a Leo rising sign, being what kind of personality characteristics that this kind of brings to you. If you hear about them through astrology, a lot of times people are much more accepting about that. And it can really help, because this journey that we're on, spiritual or entrepreneurial or cannapreneurial, it's all one. It's our life. It's one journey. So if you say radical self-acceptance is so good for your spiritual journey, well, it's also good for your entrepreneurial journey. Let me explain how. So obviously I'm on this path, I'm living a life here on earth just like you. And I think that if you accept yourself, it's a major part of your spiritual awakening. It's this, I think, of coming out of a trance, that your unworthiness is reality. When you come out of that trance and you are like introduced to this idea that you can love and accept yourself, then I think that it becomes very obvious that you also are going to love and accept others more. If you have to do this in your cannabis journey, for example, that makes a lot of sense. I work with people who are like trying cannabis, new to cannabis, and a lot of times the other people in their lives are very stigmatized about cannabis and are worried about them taking it as a medicine. They're not convinced until, my educational job is done and everybody already knows that cannabis is good for you. It's better. It can help you get better. And how to use it. It's so important to accept that you use this medicine. A lot of times people have a hard time thinking, oh, I use cannabis, and saying like, that's my lifestyle. And so that's why I do this on the internet, is to share with you that I'm proud of my lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle. I'm not ashamed of it. And that's self-acceptance for me in my cannabis journey and my entrepreneurial journey. And I need to share with you that it's a spiritual journey for me as well, because I'm a spiritual leader in my space now. And it's been a long time coming and everything. But now as I go into the Catskills and I hold sacred space and I lead ceremonies, I have to accept myself as a spiritual leader, as well as embody that decision. And I hope to inspire others to accept themselves. Maybe you don't think you're a spiritual leader, but your spirituality is undeniable. So if you can accept these things about yourself, the only good is going to come out of it. It's going to help you free up your anxieties around anything in your life that you're worried about. It's going to help you free up your worries about others as well, judging you, It's going to help you let yourself happen, which is, I need to make a t-shirt for that, for Rep Your State of Mind. It's one of my personal t-shirts that I designed for myself. It says, let yourself happen, because most people are in their own way. I know I am. I'm in my own way. I'm the only one in my way. Nobody is actively trying to push me down. Sure, I think Instagram's robots and censorship stance on cannabis, you know, educators and promoters and businesses is ridiculous. They are actively standing in my way in that regard, but it's not personal, you know, and I can get around that. So all I'm trying to say here is that, you know, I need to accept myself as a spiritual leader in order to go do this facilitating job at this retreat in the Catskills. And if I'm insincere in my acceptance of myself and in my leadership, how good of holding space am I going to be providing? You know, and what this ritual leadership and the ceremony that I'm going to be able to perform will be affected. So maybe it's because I'm just such a heartfelt Catholic all the way to the end, but everything has to be real and true, down to the heart for me. And I think that's true for everyone else. So if we all feel such imposter syndrome in our journeys, we feel such imposter syndrome as a business owner, as a coach, as an educator, sometimes in our roles at work or what have you, a lot of times in things that we want for ourselves, but we think everybody can see right through us. Maybe you're from an immigrant family and you're the first doctor, you know what I mean? And you feel like, even though you earned that, you know, MD and everything, we fear judgment, and we fear like people not accepting us. So we kind of reject ourselves. You know, we feel unworthiness in ourselves, which is terrible. Radical self-acceptance is the way out of that, whether it's through astrology and whether the reason why is a spiritual journey. All of these journey, or an entrepreneurial journey, or a cannabis journey, all of these journeys combine in you. You are one person, it is of a whole. So I will be facilitating at this retreat in the Catskills. I should bring it up on my computer and put links down below, because we are inviting women. You have to be a woman in your middle essence. We're talking, you know, maybe midlife, to attend. It is strictly for women, by women, for women, and it is located in Livingston Manor in upstate New York. I'm excited to open sacred space for this. It's over 420 weekend. I'm excited to attend with my friend Kirsty and to bring the 420 fun out to New York for y'all. And if you are in that area and want to join us on a day pass, you certainly can. There's more information about that coming out on their website, which, like I said, I'll put in the description below. And there is more information about coming as an attendee and staying at Livingston Manor for the retreat, if you need to do that, and if you're coming from even as far away as California like me. We already have, I think, over 20 attendees, and they are already, spaces are filling up fast. You know, it's kind of weird coming out of the pandemic. Did you guys ever think that people would ever cruise again? And now cruising is stronger than ever. The rebound effect of having spent so much time antisocial and away from each other is just everywhere. We are hungry for social experiences with our like-minded friends. We are hungry and starving for spiritual fulfillment. And so I invite you to join me in the Catskills as I become a spiritual leader more than I ever have before, and invite you to do the same in your life through radical self-acceptance, cannabis, sisterhood, magic. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. Yesterday's live was with my friend and Cannabestie, Kirsty Chadsey, and that's where we talked a little bit about this upcoming retreat. She holds weekend meetings. I hold homemade health class where you can learn to be a kitchen witch with me. This is my DIY class for you to learn how to actually, from flowers and concentrates, make your own at home multi-cannabinoid tinctures, your own topicals, including salves, suppositories, instant lotions, with store-bought materials, and your own concentrates, finally, with the Source Turbo by Extract Craft and the Arden FX. I have so many downloads and stuff on my website, which is cannacuriouscoaching.com. The links are down below. Rep Your State of Mind is my advocacy brand. Cannacuriouscoaching.com is my cannabis coaching and education business, where I teach my classes and courses and offer one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching is one of the things I do the least of and is the most expensive thing you can do with me. But if that's what you need, I'm here for you. There are lots of people who maybe need that because they would like an expert DIY teacher at their beck and call because they are just now learning how to make full extract cannabis oil for a loved one, perhaps. That's one very common reason to hire me. And the other reasons could be that you are looking for a very gentle guided intro to using cannabis for a better lifestyle, very hands-on. You want someone to talk to all the time about it. I'm also very experienced with psilocybin mushrooms and microdosing those. You need somebody to talk to in this world where you are trying to maybe find your way. Maybe I can be your guide. That's what the private coaching is for. I try to make everything group because we're in such a state in the world right now where everybody kind of needs this. But there are times when one-on-one is what it is. All right, I want to thank you once again for joining me today, and I hope you join me tomorrow for 30 Days of Live Seth with me, Michelle Crawford, your certified cannabis health coach and educator, and your spiritual leader, joining you in the Catskills for an amazing retreat on 4/20. More information down below. Mwah. Bye. See you tomorrow.